Welcome to the training whose main topic is reinforcing students' and graduates' employability in digital education settings. In this part we will talk about digital skills for employability, both faculty and staff focused, but also student focused. Let's explore effective methods aimed at enhancing faculty and staff capacity for developing student skills that lead to better employability. Our first focus is on case study competitions, specifically around digital strategy and setup. The process begins with the case definition, securing 3 to 5 corporate partners and defining clear problem statements that reflect the skills students need to develop. Next, a central digital hub, such as a learning management system, Moodle, or Padlet, serves as the single point for communication, resources, submission guidelines, and frequently asked questions. This ensures students have easy, structured access to all necessary information for digital promotion and enrollment. Targeted social media campaigns and online forms like Google Forms or JotForm make registration seamless and organized. Finally, digital role modeling is critical. Hosting a mandatory online webinar with company representatives clarifies rules, expectations, and demonstrates the digital tools students will use. This approach models professional digital collaboration while guiding students through the learning process. Once students are registered, the next step is team formation. Teams should be diverse and multidisciplinary, bringing together students with different skills and perspectives, which enhances collaboration and creativity. That TO support communication, set up asynchronous channels like Slack or Discord. These platforms allow teams to ask questions, share updates, and receive guidance from corporate mentors quickly and efficiently, even across different time zones. For example, students might work on a sustainable city challenge, creating a digital twin to optimize energy efficiency, or a brand storytelling challenge, developing a digital strategy for a local brand entering a new market. These real-world projects give students hands-on experience while applying their digital skills in meaningful contexts. Next, we focus on the Digital Portfolio Lab, a practical way for students to showcase their skills and achievements digitally. A digital portfolio can take many forms: LinkedIn profiles, Notion pages, simple websites, or GitHub for tech projects. Students start by selecting their platform, choosing the one that best suits their goals, whether LinkedIn, Europass, Google Sites, Canva CV, or Notion. They then build the foundations, updating their headline, skills, and photo, adding at least one digital skill with evidence, and uploading a project or assignment. Peer review is an essential part of the process. Students exchange feedback in pairs using a simple rubric, refining their portfolios. Finally, we wrap up by discussing how to maintain and leverage these portfolios for job applications, internships, or professional networking, turning them into a dynamic tool for career growth. Our next activity is the Hacking Night, Capture the Flag, a competitive and educational event designed for students and cybersecurity enthusiasts. The objective is to develop technical skills, teamwork, and awareness of ethical hacking in a safe, structured environment. Preparation begins with case definition, where 3 to 5 corporate partners provide realistic challenges, such as web vulnerabilities, cryptography tasks, or network analysis exercises. A central hub, such as an LMS or dedicated CTF platform, hosts challenge descriptions, submission portals, and FAQs to guide participants. Promotion and enrollment is handled through targeted social media campaigns and Google Forms for team registration. Digital role modeling is provided via a kickoff webinar, demonstrating tools, rules, and expectations. For example, a partner might challenge teams to decrypt a hidden message using Python, submitting solutions through the central platform. This hands-on approach immerses students in real-world cybersecurity scenarios. Teams are formed with 3 members each, either self-selected or assigned, ensuring a multidisciplinary mix to maximize collaboration. During the event, challenges can be tackled synchronously or asynchronously, with dedicated Slack or Discord channels for quick Q&A and mentorship support. Scoring is based on challenge difficulty, tracked via a real-time scoreboard, and prizes are provided by corporate partners. After the event, solutions and key learning points are shared, feedback is collected, and participants are publicly recognized for their efforts, reinforcing achievement and motivation. Next, we have the Student Entrepreneurship Incubator, a support program designed to help students in the early stages of building their businesses. The incubator provides essential resources such as workspace, computer equipment, internet access, and digital tools, giving students the infrastructure they need to develop their ideas. Additionally, expert mentorship and guidance help students navigate challenges, while initial funding opportunities can turn promising concepts into actionable projects. The importance of the incubator goes beyond individual ventures. It helps build an entrepreneurial culture on campus, encouraging students to generate innovative ideas and explore startups. By engaging in this program, students develop skills that prepare them for a knowledge-intensive, fast-changing business environment, while also contributing to economic growth by leveraging their knowledge and creativity. Overall, the incubator empowers students to experiment, innovate, and gain practical experience that bridges education and entrepreneurship. To successfully set up a student incubator, the first step is to define a clear mission and vision. The mission focuses on developing entrepreneurial skills and mindset, while the vision aims to support students in becoming successful, fast-growing business owners. Next, it's essential to provide the right resources and infrastructure, including workspace, internet access, computers, and relevant software tools that enable students to build and test their ideas effectively. Another key component is mentorship and expert support. Workshops, guest lectures from experienced entrepreneurs, and faculty guidance help students gain real-world insights. Networking opportunities with investors and international incubators further expand their possibilities. The incubator should also design structured programs and activities, such as business plan training, entrepreneurship workshops, competitions, and pitch events. Finally, it's important to monitor and evaluate progress, tracking student projects, providing feedback, and adjusting programs based on participant needs. Overall, workshops like case competitions, digital portfolio labs, hacking events, and entrepreneurship incubators play a crucial role in boosting student employability in the digital era. They help students build hands-on digital skills by working with modern tools, platforms, and real-world industry scenarios. These activities also strengthen problem-solving, critical thinking, and innovation, as students must analyze challenges and develop practical solutions. Reflection is another key element, helping students identify their strengths and areas for improvement. Additionally, these workshops support the development of entrepreneurial thinking and project experience, preparing students to work in fast-changing, knowledge-driven environments. They also foster professional communication and teamwork, essential skills in modern workplaces. Finally, students create a portfolio of real achievements, demonstrating their abilities to future employers. Together, these experiences bridge the gap between education and employment, preparing students for successful digital careers. And if you're looking for even more ideas to support student employability, consider activities like career speed dating, resume reviews, and interactive knowledge quizzes. Career speed dating allows students to have short, one-on-one conversations with professionals from different industries. This helps them explore career paths, ask questions, and practice networking, strengthening professional confidence and connections. Resume review sessions give students the opportunity to receive feedback from career advisors or industry experts. This helps them improve clarity, structure, and relevance in their CVs, increasing their chances of making a strong impression on employers. A fun but effective option is a pub quiz style activity, where student teams answer questions about industry trends, digital tools, and professional knowledge. This encourages teamwork, quick thinking, and awareness of key sector skills, all while keeping learning engaging and interactive. Now let's explore effective digital teaching methods and practices aimed at enhancing faculty and staff capacity for developing student skills that lead to better employability. As we continue exploring effective digital teaching methods that strengthen student employability, it's important to highlight easy-to-implement in-class exercises. These are small, practical activities that can be integrated into regular teaching without requiring significant extra preparation or workload for staff. These exercises focus on building digital skills that employers value, such as digital communication, information literacy, collaboration, and problem-solving using modern tools. They also promote active learning and reflection, helping students develop professional habits like meeting deadlines, giving feedback, and presenting ideas clearly. Another key advantage is flexibility. These activities can be repeated and adapted across different courses, subjects, and learning contexts. By embedding small but meaningful digital practice into everyday teaching, faculty can consistently support skill development that directly contributes to student career readiness and employability. A simple but powerful in-class activity is asking students to submit a short note summarizing how they used a digital tool during a task. After working with tools like Excel, Google Docs, Miro, or AI applications, students briefly reflect on which tool they used, how they applied it, any challenges they faced, and what they learned from the process. The purpose of this exercise is to make students more aware of their digital practices, helping them recognize the skills they are building. It also allows faculty to clearly see how students apply digital tools in real tasks. Most importantly, it encourages active reflection, moving beyond simply completing assignments. This helps students better articulate their skills, which is essential when preparing for job applications and professional development. Another important strategy for developing student employability skills is digital role modeling by staff. When educators demonstrate strong digital practices, students can observe, learn, and adopt these behaviors in their own work. For example, using a clear folder structure with logical organization and clear naming helps students understand how to manage files professionally. Creating a collaborative agenda using shared tools like Google Docs, Teams, or Notion shows students how digital collaboration works in real workplace. Providing standardized templates for reports, presentations, or documents also supports students by setting clear expectations while promoting efficiency and consistency. By modeling these simple but professional digital habits, faculty help students develop workplace-ready behaviors, preparing them for environments where organization, collaboration, and structured digital communication are essential. Another easy activity that supports employability skills is an AI comparison task. In this exercise, students first draft a short text using AI assistance, and then create a second version manually. Afterward, they submit a short reflection comparing the two approaches. Students analyze differences in quality, speed, creativity, and accuracy, while also identifying the advantages and limitations of each method. This helps them understand how AI can support, but not replace, human thinking and judgment. The purpose is to develop critical thinking, responsible AI use, and digital awareness, all highly valued in modern workplaces. It also encourages students to reflect on their own writing and problem-solving processes. By integrating activities like this, faculty help students become thoughtful, ethical, and effective users of AI in professional contexts. Another simple activity that supports employability is using a collaboration log during online group work. Alongside completing the main task, students submit a short note explaining how they coordinated with their peers using digital tools such as shared documents, chat platforms, or project management boards. This activity helps students become more aware of how they collaborate in digital environments, which is a key expectation in modern workplaces. It also allows faculty to see not only the final result, but the teamwork process behind it. The goal is to strengthen digital collaboration, communication, and accountability skills. It encourages students to reflect on how they share responsibilities, manage tasks, and solve problems together. By embedding collaboration reflection into coursework, educators help students develop professional teamwork habits essential for employability. Another effective way to support employability skills is through micro-badges and gamification. By awarding small badges or tokens for completing digital tasks, educators can motivate students to practice skills consistently while keeping learning engaging and interactive. For example, students might earn badges for submitting a short reflection on how they used a digital tool, completing a collaborative online activity, or successfully verifying a reliable source or dataset. These small achievements build confidence and encourage repeated practice. The purpose is to promote active engagement, digital skill development, and continuous improvement. It also helps students track their progress and recognize their growing competencies. By integrating gamification into teaching, faculty can create a motivating learning environment that supports skill development and prepares students for digitally driven workplaces. In conclusion, these digital teaching practices offer a low barrier to adoption, allowing staff to integrate them quickly without needing to redesign entire courses. At the same time, they support active skill development, giving students opportunities to practice digital competencies in real, meaningful contexts rather than only learning theory. An important benefit is the focus on reflection and metacognition. By prompting students to reflect on how they use digital tools, they become more aware of their strengths, identify skill gaps, and better understand how these skills connect directly to employability. These methods also provide visible modeling of good professional practices, as staff demonstrate organization, communication, and collaboration through their own digital behaviors. Through incremental learning, small repeated tasks gradually build competence and confidence. These skills are highly transferable, applying directly to workplace tasks and real-life projects. Finally, interactive activities lead to higher engagement and better feedback, helping educators support students more effectively while preparing them for success in modern, digitally driven careers. So far, we've covered a lot of ground together. We began with an overview of policy and funding opportunities for digital education, then explored intergenerational digital gaps within your universities to understand where students and staff may need support. We examined an example of internal AI strategy development and discussed practical ways to integrate digital skills into teaching to enhance student employability. We also looked at how university administration can actively support employability initiatives and engaged in peer-to-peer presentations, sharing your own projects, ideas, and experiences. Now, building on these insights, we will take the next step. Together, we will map key stakeholders, shape actionable project ideas, and explore how these concepts can be translated into concrete institutional initiatives, turning what we've learned into tangible actions that strengthen digital capacity, foster employability, and create lasting impact across your universities. First, we'll introduce stakeholders mapping, a method designed to help you understand the ecosystem surrounding your university and identify partners who can strengthen student employability. The objective is not just to list the actors you already know, but to broaden your perspective and uncover stakeholders you may have overlooked. By mapping stakeholders, you gain a clearer view of the wider landscape, including potential collaborators across industry, government, and civil society. This helps you identify new pathways for collaboration, leverage complementary strengths, and align efforts across different sectors. The ultimate goal is to build a more connected employability environment, where partnerships are strategic, resources are shared effectively, and students benefit from richer, real-world learning and career opportunities. Now it's time to apply stakeholder mapping to your own institution. Working with your colleagues, you'll identify actors both inside and outside your university who could play a role in strengthening student employability. Think broadly. Partners may come from industry, public services, local communities, professional networks, or other unexpected sources. Don't limit yourself to familiar contacts. The goal is to uncover potential collaborators who bring unique perspectives, resources, or opportunities. Your task is to map each stakeholder, noting who they are, what they can contribute, how influential they are, and the best ways to engage them. This exercise will help you see new opportunities for collaboration, align resources strategically, and ultimately create a more connected and impactful employability ecosystem for your students. When mapping stakeholders, it's important to recognize that different categories of actors require different approaches. Start by distinguishing internal versus external stakeholders. Internal actors include academic departments, administrative units, IT services, learning centers, student associations, and research labs. External actors could be employers, public agencies, NGOs, local authorities, innovation hubs, professional bodies, or community groups. Next, consider each actor's role or potential contribution, expertise, training, mentoring, placements, networks, digital tools, funding, or policy support. Assess their influence level, high, medium, or low, to understand how much they can shape decisions or open opportunities. Classify stakeholders by typology, ally, early adopter, neutral, late adopter, or resistor, to anticipate responses and engagement needs. Finally, define an engagement strategy: meetings, co-design workshops, joint projects, pilots, or communication campaigns. This structured approach ensures effective collaboration that strengthens employability initiatives. Once you've completed the stakeholder mapping exercise, the next step is to broaden these insights into concrete project ideas, because cooperations also have big impact when it comes to developing student skills important for better employability. This moves beyond the PRODIGE project itself and focuses on how your stakeholder analysis can inform initiatives that actively enhance student employability. By understanding who your key actors are, their contributions, and how best to engage them, you can design realistic and actionable projects that leverage these partnerships effectively. Your task is to work in small groups. Each group selects a project idea inspired by the stakeholders you mapped and completes a project concept note form, covering all required sections from objectives to resources, activities, and expected outcomes. The final output is one completed concept note per group, accompanied by a short group pitch. This process encourages collaboration, creative problem-solving, and a direct connection between stakeholder insights and tangible, implementable initiatives. When developing project ideas, it's important to think beyond the usual solutions. Look for opportunities to leverage new or unexpected stakeholders and explore innovative formats, especially in the realm of digital employability, to be specific in your planning. Avoid vague statements like supporting students. Instead, clearly define what support looks like in practice, what tasks or activities it involves, and what outcomes are expected. Always start from the objective. Ask yourself, what change are we trying to create? What problem does the project solve? Ensure that each activity is linked to a clear output or outcome, so your project delivers measurable value. Use your stakeholder map actively. Identify who can help, who may need convincing, and who can amplify your impact. Finally, keep it doable. Focus on a pilot, prototype, or short-term intervention that is realistic, achievable, and can demonstrate results quickly while laying the foundation for larger-scale projects. Now let's turn ideas into institutional action plans using a creative method called the river of change. Imagine your institution as a river. Everything flows toward progress, but there are obstacles, supports, and forces that shape the journey. Start with the boats. These are potential actions or early steps your institution could take. They can be big or small, anything that moves the institution forward. Next, identify the rocks, which represent obstacles, structures, habits, limitations, or resistance that could slow progress. Then, think about the bridges. What enables change? These might include supportive allies, existing policies, committed leaders, or recent initiatives you can leverage. Finally, consider the currents, the forces already pushing change forward, such as trends, mandates, digital momentum, or student demand. Mapping these four elements helps you design actionable, realistic plans that navigate obstacles, leverage supports, and harness momentum for meaningful institutional change.